day off in the truck. I haven't uploaded a video for almost a week, maybe a little bit over a week. The reason behind that is I went to Tucson, Arizona to help Sarah end tune with her MR2. It had, you know, some electrical gremlins, and I'm pretty good at wiring. So I fixed it up, it runs now, and now I'm back. I kind of, you know, I don't know if I'd say I burnt myself out painting the VR4, but I definitely, it was kind of a relaxing thing. I didn't have to really, you know, work on a huge project. It's just like, you know, connecting some wires and troubleshooting. So I've been gone for a little bit, pretty much all week, and I had some packages. I ordered some stuff for the VR4, and I was going to finish the FD, but I didn't have the right parts. So the fuel system video is kind of on hold. Hopefully everything is here. I ordered a bunch of stuff. I still need to get the seals and the throttle body gasket from Mazda, but I think I should have everything else that I ordered. The thing that I didn't like about the USDM taillights is that they're all red. So I have solved that problem, and I'm gonna throw them on really quick. So just installed the 99 center garnish and the Japanese lights. See the amber instead of the bland old all red US lights. Looks so much better. Only bad thing is I forgot who shipped these, UPS or FedEx or whoever it was. Both lights have broken tabs on them. The driver's side has a broken tab. The passenger side right here. All right, let me open the hatch. The driver's side, you can see this top piece right here is cracked. So, you know, I'll have to find another, you know, pair of Japanese lights, and hopefully I get my money back from whoever shipped these, since you know, they're both damaged. This one has like one of these little things back here that has, you know, this nut goes on is broken off. So I pretty disappointed about that, but I'm glad this thing, I didn't find any cracks on it, so hopefully everything's good on that. And you know, all nice. And you know, I don't like how it says like stuff on it. That just makes it a lot cleaner, I think. And the ambers turn signals do as well. Okay, so now I'm gonna unbox the rest of the stuff. This all should be for the FD. I can't even remember what I ordered, but I remembered that I ordered, you know, stuff that I needed to finish all the fuel system. I also have two things coming. I ordered them through an online machine shop thing. The bracket for the fuel pressure regulator, because the one that I got with the intake manifold did not work. They changed, well, so the one I got with the CJ Motorsports kit works with the factory FD intake manifold, but the Elite manifold uses a different style, so it bolts from underneath, and that bracket doesn't work. So I designed a bracket, and like, I think it was like in like 15 minutes before I had to, you know, fly out to Tucson, and then I sent it off to a machine shop when I was in Tucson. So hopefully I get it within, I think it said 8 days. So hopefully I get it by the end of this week, and I could finish the fuel system video. But I should have all the rest of the hardware and whatever else I needed other than that. So we'll see. So I ordered these titanium bolts for the throttle body to the intake manifold. They're for BMXing, for like a bike. And you can see they're really light because they have like the center's drilled out. So I'll put a link in the description for all of this stuff that I used or that I ordered. And so I got 4 of those for the throttle body and intake manifold. I also got some fittings for the fuel pressure regulator because I'm using this Aeromotive, and that's 10 like 10 ORB or whatever. And then I should have, hopefully these are the AEM gauges. Okay, so what I thought I needed, I got these 90s, and they I wanted to go from the sides because, you know, the this is going to sit like this, and then the lines are going to come from the back, and then the line's going to come from the bottom. This is a 6-an, 8-an, and I thought these on Aeromotive's website, it seemed like these ports were 10 orb, but what threads into them is 8 orb. So if you're not getting something to thread in, and I'm guessing ORB or orb or whatever you want to call it is the same as AN, because an 8-an fitting threads right in there. So I ordered 2 straights. Actually, I ordered 4 straights, and hopefully they are the C8 ORB. So hopefully they're the correct ones that I needed, because I wanted to convert the fuel rail from 6-an to 8-an, because, you know, I have all these anodized tube cert nut things, and I want to use hardline. So I just finished unboxing everything. I'm pretty disappointed in AEM because before, when you used to order a gauge, they had different faceplates. So what I'm talking about, I ordered their new X series gauge because they're a lot thinner. But I ordered, where is it at? So I ordered, pretty sure this is the, so it says fluid pressure 100 psi, but it was for fuel and oil. Where's the thing that says fuel and oil on it? Okay, so here we go. So I ordered this gauge, and it's the X series gauge for oil and fuel. I'm using it for fuel pressure, 100 psi, because I don't want to have a gauge on the fuel pressure regulator. I just want to know what my fuel pressure is in the car. If I troubleshoot anything, don't even need to open the hood. But the thing about it is they don't even give you a faceplate now. Before, when you ordered these oil pressure, fuel pressure, it all came as one pressure gauge, but they gave you different faceplates. AM doesn't even include the faceplate for fuel pressure, just oil pressure that comes with it. And it would be nice if it just said like PSI, but it says oil, and like literally labeled, it says oil and fuel pressure. So I ordered a gauge thinking that I was going to get a faceplate so I could have it say oil pressure, but now I need to order additional faceplate, which is kind of just makes builds kind of tedious, and having to order like nickel and dime you on a faceplate that probably cost them like a penny or 25 cents or something like that is just kind of makes builds disappointing. So it makes people disappointed in the product. Yeah. Okay, so since I can't do anything to the FD, I think I'm going to do some sanding and polishing on the VR4. So I didn't do this side yet. Let's see if I could show you. So you can see how the garage door is kind of, there's a little bit of ripples, and that's like orange peel. But if you come over to this side, I haven't even I think I only got it up to like 1200 grit. You can see how clear it is. So I need to sand that one and then buff it. What I'm planning on doing, since right here, I'm gonna check, but I didn't get enough clear on here, I think, or the second pass was just dry maybe. No, I don't think I got enough clear right here. So what I'm gonna do is what's gonna happen, you can see these quarters look really nice. But if you go down, I mean, that one I got the run out of. See that ripple right there? That little ripple. So this, you know, the run, you know, the first time, like the base coat came out really nice. The clear, I had an issue with the clear. So the back is really noticeable. You can, I don't know, it's pretty hard to tell. Yeah, see where it's right there, and then I ended up sanding through right there. So what I'm gonna do, the disappointing thing is, so even though the quarter is so nice, like the upper part of the quarter is like perfect. If I got everything that nice because this didn't have any runs in it. It didn't have any runs till like right here. So if I got everything like that, it you know, it'd be a really nice paint job. But the thing is, what my plan is to do is I'm going to 600 grit the quarters, and then I'm going to respray them, just because I sanded through in that spot. That's probably going to happen on the other side, so I just don't want to have, you know, that issue. So what I'm going to probably do is, you know, sand all the way up to here, and then back mask it right here on this edge, and then spray the base, the clear, and also over here. So this is right here, it's dry, the clear. I mean, it was my first paint job, you know, there's some quite a large learning curve. So spend some time sanding the orange peel out of the deck lid, and I got pretty much all of it out. I sanded this very lightly because it is a, you know, it is a hump and everything, and with clear, it doesn't really like to, you know, stay up there very well when you paint it. So yeah, it's all the way done to 2000 grit. It looks really nice. I noticed that it has like this weird little thing right here going along. The more I sanded it, the more it came out. I just didn't want to go too deep. I'm not exactly sure what it was. It was like a little shiny spot like that. I left that. The clear always kind of builds up on edges. I'll run a piece of tape along the edge just so I don't burn through. Okay, so I pretty much finished up what I was going to do to the VR4 today. Well, last night I pretty much wet sanded it and then buffed it with the wool pad. And yeah, I definitely like how it looks, and it's very shiny. So let's check it out. I don't know how good this is going to come out on the camera, but yeah, it's definitely turning out pretty good. I still want to redo the quarters, even though this one does look really good. I still sanded through that spot, which makes me sad. And I don't actually know how I sanded through it, because it seems like when I buffed it, there's still clear on top of it. So I'm kind of not exactly sure, but you know, it's still kind of a little bit wavy on the bottom. The top though is, I wish the whole car looked like that. And then I finished these up yesterday. So these are all nice and buffed. I haven't polished them, but they're wet sanded and ready to go. I just need to get that roof glass from Texas, and the whole top will be good to go. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with the hatch. I might, because of the bottom, there's a spot on it that didn't get enough paint. So right here is where the trim piece goes around that, but this area needs to be painted. So I may end up pulling the hatch back off, mask everything off, and then just paint this whole back piece right here, just so it looks good. I got up in here really nice, but you know, I definitely don't want to have the hatch open and have it all, you know, dry, because the factory ones are even painted right there. So I better have it painted. So one reason that I wanted to delete the oil metering pump obviously was because the intake manifold doesn't have the ports for it anymore, and the block was already, or the rotor housing was already sealed up, and I premix, so I really don't need it. Another reason was to fix some of these. So the turbo drain is kinked, and you can see some oil right there on the turbo. That was before I wiped it off, so you know, there's probably most likely oil getting pushed through the seal on the turbo. Because of that, it can't drain. You can see it's pretty kinked, so it's a big restriction to flow. And I wanted to redo some of these coolant lines. You can see how this line goes up and then back down and around. That is not good. So when the coolant comes up, this section is supposed to be higher than this other section. It's like 15 degrees, and it kind of, you know, so you don't get air bubbles. This causes a lot of air bubbles, and you can actually hear it when you turn the engine off. It almost like gurgles because of it. So I'm going to fix that so it goes almost directly to the housing, and that's another reason I took that off. So it goes right here. I'm going to tap both of those and put AND fittings in it, and probably do a new water pump, new seals, new thermostat. So after a pretty decent fight, I got the turbo manifold, turbo, wastegate, and all of this stuff right here off. I'm going to upgrade to MVR wastegate. I'm going to keep that manifold. I'm kind of not excited that it's steel. I'll put some of that high temp paint on it. I was going to keep this turbo, and I wasn't even going to remove it because I did get the EGR delete, or the oil metering pump off, and test fit the little bracket. And then I was going to redo the lines. I don't know how they tighten these lines. I was trying to pull the center section and the compressor housing off, and it was almost impossible, so I just ended up pulling the whole turbo. And then after I did that, I was like, well, I saw this, like, you know, these gaskets, these always blow out. So saw that gasket, I was like, I'll just delete that too. I'll get some OEM Mazda ones, get a new T4 gasket. And then I was like, well, I might as well, you know, pull the manifold to get this gasket off. And now I'm going to paint the manifold. I'm going to not use this turbo anymore. I'm just going to end up selling it. I'm going to put that EFR on here since I'm doing all this anyway. And I need to get a drain down there, order one of those, actual one that bolts on. The one that was on there was a ghetto one. It has like threads in, and you know, they always leak. So doing that, I need to still tap this and tap this on there. But yeah, it kind of turned into a little project, but I'm still waiting for parts. So if I order more parts now, it won't be like that big a deal. I'll put something in so nothing gets in the exhaust ports, and once all that stuff's cleaned up, I should have solved this whole oil leak issue. I think the oil was coming out of that and the turbo and everything, so I should be able to pressure wash all that, and it should stay clean. Also, a little bit later, I'll do, this will have some design stuff in it. So this is that little center vent for the that speaker that goes in the center dash. I'm going to mount both these gauges kind of in like this orientation. So one there and one a little further back. And I'll design something in SolidWorks so it just clips into the factory little thingy. So that's it for this video. I was hoping to get more stuff done on the RX-7, but I'm just waiting on parts. That's kind of what happens when you order stuff. You just have to wait for it to come. But I should have it done in the next couple weeks. If you liked the video, subscribe, comment below. Also, click the notification bell to get notifications when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.